Many people can keep on thinking that whether I should start from April or a month later or a month later. Let me tell you, whenever you're going to start, it's going to be too late. Being consistent, just doing it. Like when sir says that 50 एवन ऐसे पढ़ने हैं, तो just imagine कि 50 एवन ऐसे पढ़ने हैं.
Hi everyone, welcome on board to Cat King. This is Anisha here, and today we are in conversation with Arijit here, who comes from a very different background. I mean, all of us keep checking out engineer hai ki non-engineer hai, BCom se hai ki, which background. So he comes from a defense background and has worked really hard, converted all colleges. We always talk about that stay glued and don't give up. This guy is definitely someone who's lived up to that motto all throughout. So super congrats, Arijit, on converting SPGen Mumbai. We would love to hear what was your experience right from deciding to give in this exam of CAT and making it to SPGen Mumbai.
Sure, ma'am. First of all, thank you so much for your best wishes. And yes, I would love to share my experiences. If you're starting your preparation, many people can keep on thinking that whether I should start from April or a month later or a month later. Let me tell you, whenever you're going to start, it's going to be too late. Secondly, you have to get into the game thinking that you have to be consistent because you are going to be demoralized and demotivated every stage of it. You will have people around you will be overperforming over you and underperforming over you. You will not be getting results. You'll be getting results and probably you'll think that okay, now probably like one day you get 98 percentile on one of your mocks and like okay, now it's happening, and the next day you get again 88 percentile.
Right.
So and that's just one aspect, one leg of the marathon that I'm talking about.
Hmm.
So being consistent, just doing it. Like when sir says that 50 एवन ऐसे पढ़ने हैं, तो just imagine कि 50 एवन ऐसे पढ़ने हैं. If you have to give, I myself get 45 cat marks. So that is, you have to keep that mindset. It doesn't matter the percentile is 10 percentile or 99 percentile. You have a mindset that yes, 45 consistent, 45 marks देने ही देने. That is
Right.
how you have to tackle that.
That's lovely. So coming from someone who's given 45 marks and reading up and from BSc background, I think these are going to be very helpful tips. I have one more last question for you, Arijit. Everything said and done from BSc, but your CAT quants percentile was 98.9 percentile, and half the world always keeps saying कि engineers को maths नहीं आती है. What would you suggest? Like, what do you think helped you get good in quants section?
So I had aimed my syllabus to be completed by July, which did not happen. I completed my entire quant syllabus by mid-September. And trust me, it was mid-September when I realized that that was not the game itself. Syllabus completion is not the game itself. Like I said, there were people around me who were overperforming. So there was a person who started with me and he was getting equal percentiles with me. I was always in conversation with my peers. And when I was getting it, I was stagnant at 90 percentile. He said that he is getting 98 percentile in every exams and in every mock, and he is finding it difficult to come among the top 100 in those mocks, the top 100 rankers.
Right.
So there is something different that he did from me. So I asked him that, what did you do? So he said that he forgot about syllabus completion itself from May, June, and he has started giving mocks and kept on analyzing, mocks and kept on analyzing, mocks and kept on analyzing. That is
Hmm.
what he did. So I would again analyze. I was again emphasize on the fact that analysis is very important. For me, it was whenever I used to give any mock, uh, people have time constraints. People prioritize stuff. So I used to prioritize that. DILR and quants to analyze करना ही करना है. VARC was more like कि if probably I've given this mock today, I felt that there was no point analyzing a VARC, a particular RC or a particular jumbled sentences paragraph a week later. So
Right.
I used to analyze a particular RC that I gave, that like if I'm sitting to analyze today and I'm analyzing something that I gave last Monday. So then I will analyze that mock. I'll analyze the entire quant section. I'll analyze the entire DLR section. But instead of analyzing the VRC section for that particular mock, I used to analyze the paragraphs or a sectional mock that I've given, say, yesterday or say today morning.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And what helped me in quants personally was my accuracy.
Hmm.
I started out like there were 22 questions in the sections. So when I started my journey in say March, I was only being able to attempt 15 questions by max, 14, 15 questions. And by the time like the exam that I gave, there were 22 questions in the entire section, and I visited 21 sections and had attempted around 14, 15 out of them.
Oh,
So leaving, like strategies, leaving is more important than,
absolutely.
knowing that this is the question that I should not be spending time on.
Lovely. That's definitely very important. Did the real cat mocks give you a feel of how the exact cat level type questions are?
Definitely, ma'am. Like, first of all, you attempt those mocks. While attempting only, you feel that yes, initially you feel that probably these mocks levels are a little difficult. Everybody has the dilemma. If you are a cat aspirant like me, you'll always feel कि यार ये तो mock है, जो जानबूझ के difficulty ज़्यादा देते होंगे ऐसा कुछ, ठीक है? That is not the case. Let me tell you, that is not the case. Every mock is probably the same question difficulty level that you're going to face in your final exams, in your final cat.
Okay.
So don't go with the mentality कि ये question तो ज़्यादा tough है, cat में कर लेंगे. Or sometimes people get demotivated also. कि ये question तो हो नहीं रहा, ये तो कल ही पढ़ा है मैंने. Or something that this is something that I read last week also. Again, same thing. More than what the quality of mocks will matter, it will matter that how are you analyzing it, how are you writing down it in your golden formula book, and how are you writing it, and how are you getting back to those questions. It should not happen that agar like real cat mocks quality too good, but it will not matter if you have not analyzed it. It will not matter if you have not written down the questions.
Right.
That is it.
That's I think very important. So which is why we started that whole Sudhanshu sir is taking your mock live solving. I mean, did you attend any of those sessions?
The Sunday live sessions, right?
Yes.
So probably it was Moinak sir. Moinak sir was like
Both of
the
them.
whatever
Yes.
both of them
Yes.
used to do it. And probably like I said, मेरा कोई weakest, I did not have a weakest section or something, but VARC was somewhere which was highly unpredictable. Sometimes I used to get 16 out of 18 correct. Sometimes I used to get 4 out of 14 correct.
Right.
And it used to happen. It used to dwindle between anything. But what, like, okay, this is something that I must mention, that by the time it was my last month of preparation, and again this dwindling thing was happening, this is something that has personally happened. That when I used to face between two questions, like two options, I'm facing a VRC question and I'm confused between two options. I used to read it in Moinak sir's voice. Like Moinak sir is reading it out to me. And okay, and he when he attempts, he's like, "अरे इसमें तो ये बोल रहे हैं," and this is not talked about it only. So this is not the answer. This is the answer. So that is how I used to reason out in my head. Like, okay, probably this question is like being taught to me right now by Moinak sir.
Right. Right.
So
Wow.
that is how much live sessions used to help me.
That is such an amazing interpretation of those live sessions and solving the mocks as well. So thank you so much, Arijit, for sharing your entire story and your experience with us. I'm sure it's going to be very helpful for all the people who are sitting out here planning to write the CAT exam and start taking mocks. So that's very important. And like he mentioned, March onwards, May onwards, mocks dena start kar do, syllabus completion ka wait nahi karo. So make sure all of you are also doing that. All right. Thank you so much, Arijit.
Thank you so much, man.